Right, let's talk about another very popular way of catching fish on commercials, but especially here at Hayfield Lakes, the method feeder. You've got, obviously, we're on Danny's Island, you've got the island pegs that produce regularly with the method feeder, and that's why we sat on this particular peg, to cover all aspects of match-winning ways on Hayfield Lakes. So, because it's quite a chuck here where I am, I'm on peg 22, I think it's just under 70 metres to the island. I'm using an 11-foot rod. So I've got 0.26 main line down to a hybrid feeder, 36 gram hybrid feeder. It was just about the right weight for chucking across. If it was a bit windy, I'd put just a same size feeder, but one with some extra lead on the base, just to add some extra lead for aiding the accuracy in the casting and preventing that feeder from moving down the shelf. The method feeder, as we all know, is so effective, and especially here on the island pegs where you can get into that shallow water with a feeder on days like today where the long pole is unpresentable because of the wind and the waggler's a bit more difficult. You're relying upon more static ways of catching fish, which is bomb and pellet over your waggler line and the method feeder, which could play a massive part in the big match coming up. So let me just run through my process. I've got a 4-inch hook length, 0.18, a 14 hook again, nice big hook. There's a lot of big carp in here, I don't want to mess about. If I get a bite from a big carp, it could be a match-winning fish, I want it to count. So 14 hook, matrix carp rigger 14 to a 7mm Speedy washter. And all I'm doing is I'm bunging the feeder full of fishery 2mm pellets that I've dyed betaine green as well, as I always do on a lot of venues. Dye my pellets green, it helps my hook bait stand out a little bit more. And that's it. And all it's a case of with the method feeder is building the peg up. A lot of the time, you're not going to catch straight away. You have to build your peg up like a lot of approaches and keep working at it. In theory, if you think about it, that far bank is my other margin line. So I've got to keep that bait going in to give the fish a reason to settle in that shallow water and feed confidently. So keep working at it. But that is one of the most effective ways of catching fish, especially on these particular pegs on Danny's Lake.